Did you get a chance to see any of the clips with me and Islam Makhachev last week?
I did not.
Oh my God, Ben, please, you got to see Islam talking about the BMF title.
I read some of the quotes and stuff,
Bro.
and man, it's pretty funny. But you know who else? I mean, there's just something about the way they speak. There's this one clip I saw of your buddy Khabib.
Yes.
Where he says the guy should get a dog? Did you see this?
No, I didn't see it.
Oh my God, I don't even know where it came up on my Twitter feed, and this guy said George Masvidal hooked up with my girlfriend. Can I start training to go beat him up? And Khabib was like, no, maybe get dog, Because
Masvidal's gonna kick his ass.
So he told this guy to get a dog, so it's fair. He said, get a pit bull. It'll be fair then. It was like the funniest clip ever.
So, but hold on, are we supposed to believe that McGregor security guards are now in the business of abducting women?
Not just the McGregors, the Heat and the NBA security are helping him.
And they're dragging her into a bathroom where McGregor's waiting in hiding, licking his lips, waiting, and say, oh, here she is. And I am not making light of it, and that's why I'm saying I'm giant, and of course.
But that's what they're saying.
Well, that's what they're saying, which is crazy. So not only is McGregor here, and by the way, I just saw another article. She's not pressing charges. She just wants a settlement.
Of course she does.
What's up, everybody? UFC President Dana White here. On August 5th, we are headed back to the great city of Nashville for the first time since 2019, and we are bringing an incredible main event. Number 4 ranked bantamweight contender Cory Sandhagen, who is an absolute stud for taking this fight against the guy nobody, and I mean nobody, wanted to fight. Undefeated, 16-0, has never lost a round in the UFC, Umar Nurmagomedov. This is as high level a fight as you can get. It's what I love about making fights like this. You have two of the very best in the world facing off in the prime of their careers. Ladies and gentlemen, you do not want to miss this one. Next up, I am pumped to announce our return to Singapore on August 26th. The event will be headlined by two fan favorites as former UFC featherweight champion and number 2 ranked contender Max Holloway faces the Korean Zombie. These are two of the best in the world who are trying to get themselves back into title contention. And this isn't all for Singapore. The day after, on Sunday, the road to the UFC semifinals take place, which is the tournament where all the top prospects in Asia compete to figure out who is ready to join the UFC. It is going to be a badass weekend. Finally, after a historic first event, we are headed back to Paris, France. The main event will be France's own number 1 ranked heavyweight Ciryl Gane, and he will take on Sergei Spivak. Spivak is an absolute savage who won 14 of his last 16 fights by finish, and 10 of those 14 finishes were in the first round. The fans, the atmosphere were incredible last time. Imagine what it's going to be like with these two heavyweight monsters squaring off in the main event. Make your plans now, and I will see you at the fights.
Former UFC champion Conor McGregor tonight denying an allegation he sexually assaulted a woman at the Miami Heat Arena after Game 4 of the NBA Finals. The woman, who has not been identified, was allegedly forced into a men's bathroom by security after the game June 9th, which is where she says McGregor sexually assaulted her. A lawyer for McGregor tells NBC News in a statement that, and I'm quoting here, the allegations are false and that Mr. McGregor will not be intimidated. Danny Cevallos is joining us now, our legal analyst. What else do we know about the allegations here and the legal fight ahead?
The allegations so far reportedly are only contained in a letter that was sent to the McGregor team. So when you say that McGregor's been accused of assault, it's not in the formal court sense that he's been charged either by an indictment or even an arrest. Instead, reportedly, it's a letter that was sent to his team, whoever that may be. Obviously, it made its way to his lawyers. And what's interesting about that is why would somebody send a letter to McGregor and not contact law enforcement? That either means they have contacted law enforcement, that they are currently working with law enforcement, possibly, or it could mean that they are writing to let McGregor's team know that they're going to be asserting a civil claim against him, perhaps whether or not there is a criminal case opened or not. And at this point, we don't know. They may very well be speaking to law enforcement about this event.
We did a little fight reaction vid last weekend. Charles Oliveira. He's my favorite fighter, my favorite character person. Conor McGregor, like all time. Favorite fighter, just when it comes to skill set and just, I mean, we have a similar body type. It's fucking Charles Oliveira. He is so fun to watch, so dangerous off his back, so dangerous on his feet, so fun to watch.
That was a sweet fight. Good for him. Now I think he's beat everyone in the top 5 of that division.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, was Beneil in the top 5? He's had to have been,
I think
right?
Beneil was 5.
What a crazy win streak to not get a title shot. But, I mean, it's like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? So, I was thinking Charles Islam, too. I would be interested in that fight, even though Islam knocked him out and then finished him. I would still be interested in that fight. I would love to watch Charles versus Islam, too.
I would, too.
But it's sounding like, and I read it, and it must be true. I saw it on the internet.
Internet's real.
Charles Oliveira versus Conor McGregor, potentially, instead of Conor versus Michael Chandler. I'm all for it. I am all for it. I will watch Conor fight pretty much anyone. I call him Carl versus Chandler. I say it on Conor versus Charles. Dude, that fight gets me hard.
Oh.
God. Conor versus Chandler too. Like, don't get me wrong, that's a fucking sweet fight. I want to see that one too. But if I had to pick Conor versus Charles,
I would pick Conor versus Charles over Conor versus Chandler.
Charles gets dropped a lot. Beneil didn't drop him, which was kind of surprising.
Yeah.
Charles gets dropped every fight. God, I don't know. That fight gets me excited.
Yeah.
I would love to see.
You've mentioned the word finish twice now. He is a notoriously hard guy to finish. He's eating crazy shots. Rob Whittaker was teeing off on him for a while. Paulo Costa hit him with some big bombs. He's not a guy who goes away easy. What is it about you that can sort of break the chin, if you want, of Marvin Vettori?
Well, I punch pretty hard, and I'm getting pretty good at making my fists connect to guys' chin. Not only my fists, but my shins, my feet, knees, and elbows. If I get them on the ground, it's definitely going to be some elbows coming down, if you will. So that's my goal. I don't go into these fights wanting to win a decision or outpoint somebody, look good on the scorecards. You know what I mean? I'm going there to incapacitate my opponents. That's it. You know what I mean? Either by knocking you out, which is, the more efficient, fastest path to victory, if you will. Submissions, you know what I mean? I got a couple of submissions on my record. It'll be nice to get my first submission in the octagon. So there, yeah, or I just batter his face in till his corner throws in the towel, or the doctor says, hey, you can't take anymore, or something. I just want to finish, you know what I mean? So that's all I go for, and especially considering the fact that he hasn't been finished. I'd love to be the first guy to break that cherry.
He did say that he wanted to be the first person to finish you and take that cherry. So I'm curious, when you hear that...
Please try and go on and do it. Please. Yes, come, bring it. Let's go. Like, I cannot welcome it more than that. I cannot welcome it more. Please bring it. Just bring it. Like big drama show, like Triple G says. Come on. Bring it on, please. Let's try. Let's just fight like there's not a second round. Just bring it, please. That to me shows no confidence on himself, to be honest with you. But yes, please. Let's make it that way. Bring it, cause that's. Listen, early on, I always sometimes I go back and watch my first few fights. It was all first round finishes, cause I was going in and I was just I'm gonna go out and just finish this fight. So. I have that in me. If somebody brings it out, it's just. But trust me, he ain't gonna survive. My will to just not let out there, to just not give out in there. It's just too strong. There's no one that's ever gonna finish me. So please, yes, bring it. Come on, Jared. Let's bring it out.
Flyweight at Bellator now is gonna be fucking ridiculous.
He's going for that 4.
Nah,
he can make it.
he's gotta make 35.
We're going after half the week.
Yeah, there's a lot to give to Patricio, but I think Patricio already knows it all. And I don't say that about a lot of people. You know, I get guys like Jones, Wei Lee, Davidson Figueiredo, Demetrius Johnson, people that come out to actually train with me. But I feel like the person that I've learned from the most has been Patricio. Real smart guy. Like he's a killer, but he's a calculated killer. Like he's programmed to do certain things strategically to take you out the game. And then stuff like that, I admire that, watching him train, watching the way he does his camps, little things like that. So the only thing that I do here is just, hey, Patricio, maybe you should stretch a little bit more. Like little things that could be a little different because he has more experience than me. And I can respect that. I could just be like, if anything, I think I'm taking more from him than he takes from me.
And you didn't want to go up to the Sears Tower to do the face-off? You're afraid of heights? The schmo thought you're afraid of nothing.
Come on, brother, you know. Many people see the video, what I do before. It's a scare for me. I'm so sorry, but this is es lo único que pienso que me vence.
It's the only thing that is going to beat him.
The only thing that's going to beat you is the heights.
Yes, la altura y estar encerrado.
Heights and claustrophobia.
Yeah, bro, I'm so sorry, guys.
My last fight was a majority decision, and obviously I wasn't a fan of that result. I don't think you should be capable of winning a fight when you barely survive it, but that's just me.
You always want to get the win, right? But we're hunting. Let's just put it that way. We're hunting from the moment that bell goes off to the ref pulls Aspen off. We're hunting the whole time.
My preparation is on point as it possibly can, and honestly, I'm just anxious for it to get here. If I could just be transported into the moment, like, hey, the ref says go, that's what I would do. You want to stare at each other, you want to do all the media and talk about it. It's like I have no problem doing it, but at the same time, if I could just bypass everything and just be transported there, that's the perfect world. I'm ready to just get in there and fight.